the others? Williams and the other chap?
Matthews. We were ambushed. They fell.
May God have mercy on their souls.
There's ammo in the elevator. Send Shepard and Abbott to bring it back.
Good day to you, miss.
Miss? I'm the Hunter Flora Abbott, and I never miss. You?
It is rare, but I've been known to miss. Red McCraith, Banisher.
I heard about you when you first arrived. Is your friend not with you?
She died. She's with me in spirit.
Sad to hear it. I have nothing clever than that to say. If you need anything, well, I probably can't help.
So you hunt for the fort? Are you part of the train band?
I serve, in my way. Before the curse, I traded with the people of New Eden. Meat and fur bartered for whatever they had that I needed.
How did you end up in New Eden? You won't mind me saying that you're not like most people here.
And yet, I am a New Englander. Born on a farm not far from Boston, but always preferred the wild. So I came to New Eden. In time, I came to love it. It's cursed, and I'm still here, aren't I?
What do you know? Tell me about your day-to-day.
If I did, would you listen?
Talk to me of Captain Pennington.
I've worked for worse. I'm able and I give him no trouble. In return, he makes sure I get none. He respects me. That makes him an excellent judge of character. Don't you think?
Talk to me of Captain Pennington.
I've worked for worse. He respects me.
What can you tell me about Helen Priest?
Not my favorite person, if I'm honest, but in the fight against the dead, she's an asset.
How are you yourself?
I do my work and do it well. The few notice.
I'll take my leave of you, Flora.
I'll not stop you. Grey weather, as usual.
Good day to you.
Good day, mate. You Pennington's reinforcements?
Red McCraith, the Banisher. Sorry to disappoint.
Nah, too bad. We could use a fellow like you. Theodore Shepard, marksman, and there are none better. I teach some of the lads here. Perhaps we could show you a thing or two.
I shoot well enough, thinking you. Where did you learn to shoot, Mr. Shepard?
In the war, mate.
King Philip's War?
Aye. Joined up soon as I came of age. Trotted off to war against the Indians. Shooting came natural. Once, I shot a man down from full 500 yards. How'd you like that? I'm a goddamn Lionheart, I am.
Tell me about your world.
Which bit?
How about Captain Pennington's bit of your world?
Captain? I don't know him. He keeps to himself, and I keep to mine. Tell the truth, I think he's losing it. Can't blame him, to be honest. You'd blame the curse, but he's always been a close-mouthed so-and-so. Been that way since he lost his wife and kid.
Pennington's family died.
I didn't say they died, though maybe they did. Either way, they're definitely gone, and the captain is the worse for it.
Helen Priest, tell me how she fits in your world.
They don't let women go to war, but for her, they should make an exception. Pity Pennington doesn't trust her far as he could throw her. I've fought side by side with many a good man, None are better than Helen Priest.
How about you tell me more about yourself?
Mate, all you need to know is I'm the finest shot this side of the wide blue sea. Priest and Pennington are too busy fighting to see it. Aye, shooting came now.
I'll be on my way.
And may the way be good to you, mate.
Good to see you living, sir. Keep it short, I'm on duty.
How are folk doing? Fighting fit?
They're farmers, most of them. Shopkeepers, house servants, hunters. We've one old soldier, but he's sick. Them who stand dead on their feet. Fighting fit, my arse. But we hold against the hordes of the dead. For now, leastways. The fight's not fair. That's it.
Life's unfair. Armour up.
Right, I used to think that too. Mind you, I'm not sure there's enough armor left.
Had any good scuttle lately?
I'd spill it if I have it, but be quick. I'm busy.
We've known an officer or three, you and me. So, tell me about the captain.
In nigh on 20 years' service, I've not met a commander more efficient, nor one so relentless. Ever a pain in the ass, aye. But a good one. But that was then and this is now. He's not the man he was. Still a pain in the arse, mind.
What think you now of Helen Priest?
Ah, she's like her husband. Only yet better. Command is in her blood. She reminds me of my old mum. The Queen of Topsfield Common, we used to call her. Born to give orders, she was. And you dare not disobey.
Did you know Sebastian Priest?
I surely did. Good man, hell of a soldier. Had kingly ideals, but did not strut like a crow in the gutter. Hero is an ill-used tag, oft misassigned. But Lieutenant Priest was a hero, and a proper one at that.
Peaceful watch to you.
Greetings. Welcome to Ingersoll's General Store. I'm Bathsheba Ingersoll, the owner. What can I get you? A comb, perhaps?
A comb. Very funny. Red McCraith, and pleased to meet you.
Oh, please get the comb.
Tell me about your store. Tell me about you.
The original Ingersoll's in Boston was grand and fine, but it burned in the North Square fire of '91. We moved to New Eden with Nathaniel. But before Natty could return home, my husband died. Then came the curse. And now here we are. Welcome to Ingersoll's of Fort Jericho.
You never wanted to do anything else.
My husband was prosperous and affluent. I was young and clever. We made an excellent match. He taught me everything I know. The store is my business. My legacy. My story. It is who I am. I don't like running a store. I love it.
The shopkeeper must hear everything that goes on. Tell me something interesting. Just between us.
You assume me to be a gossip monger. What do you wish to know?
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
He lets me trade. I like the man. He says Ingersoll's store is good for the fort. I very much agree.
What can you tell me about Helen Priest?
I like her. though she's impetuous. Terse, even. She fancies herself a leader, when she should know her place, and that place is below the captain. Thinking about it? No. I don't think I do like her.
More generally, how fares Fort Jericho?
Well, it's cold. Folk are hungry more often than not. I've little to tell you won't hear from someone else. But Ingersoll's is open, so all is well with me.
Shall we trade?
I rather think we should, sir. What interests you?
I must take my leave.
Thank you for your visit. Do come again.
No Ferdinando here.
There's a lock. I'm gonna need a key. Storeroom. Locked. store? Ferdinando's? Anyone home? No one.
Papers in Miller's name. We're in the right place.
Keep looking. What is this?
A sansa. It's a musical instrument. It's Bantu, from southern Africa. Spectral traces around his bed. Rebecca, I presume.
I wonder, was he happy to see her? Vardy reads English extensively.
Well, nobody's perfect.
He's organized.
Disorganized traders lose money.
He's making protective amulets.
He's making useless trinkets.
And he works hard to keep her away.
Maybe she tried to harm him. Let's search the store.
Closed. Are we in the right place?
Try next door. Surprisingly high quality wares.
Can't be many left in New Eden with the means to buy. He's doing surprisingly well for himself.
Where did he get the inventory?
Rebecca's will. She was rich. She left him the lot.
That's where he got the inventory.
Aye. The list matches his sales record.
Touch my money and I'll drop you. What are you doing here? Thieving, no doubt.
I'm no thief, Mr. Miller. I'm the Banisher. I brought Helen Priest back to the fort.
A banisher? Thieves lie. How do you know my name?
'Tis my business to know. Red McCraith.
If you are a banisher of ghosts, I have business for you. I'll pay.
Aye. I know about Rebecca. It was she who sent me to find you. She worries for you. Says she loves you.
The English have a word for that. Hogshite.
Was she lying? You inherited her estate.
Whichever. It matters not. You're a banisher. It is your job to get rid of her. Can you not just do your work?
Easy, Mr. Miller. Now, I'll need to examine Rebecca's belongings.
I sold them. All of them.
You did? To who?
I don't know. People. I wrote it down. In the register. Read it, if you wish.
2 recent sales to the blacksmith and to Ingersoll's store.
A storekeeper hears much. What do you hear, Mr. Miller?
I'm a busy man. If you've a question to ask, then ask it.
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
He has no problem with me. I have no problem with him. He respected Rebecca's wishes. He gave me what was mine. My freedom. Her estate. He saw me as a man and signed the papers to say so. And when them who saw different complained, he laid down the law.
What think you of Helen Priest?
I don't think of Ellen Priest. I stay out of her way. I hope she'll stay out of mine.
How are things in the fort, by your estimation?
Look around you. Things are desperate. Have you heard the sound of their bodies crashing against the wood? I am a man of courage. I have endured much. But this, it undoes me. I don't know what you people have done to this country, but there's little hope and no way out.
Your stuff looks good. Let's trade.
Now, my friend, we are conversing.
You've put quite the effort into protecting your home, haven't you?
You poked about my house without my say-so.
I know my business. So out of generosity, here's the truth. None of it works. Not the wreath, not the amulet. None of it works. Pretty though.
His brooch is working.
It works. She hasn't come back. I can sleep now.
Ah, the visits in your sleep.
Yes, the visits in my sleep. I hear her calling, whispering my name. I wait to find her at my bedside. Our eyes meet. She stares. She won't leave me alone. She's an Akishi, a demon. Banish her. I'll pay you.
I need a job. I accept. Farewell to you, Mr. Miller, sir.
You know where to find me. If you're buying, I'm selling.
Ingersoll's store and the blacksmith. Noted.
He'd sold it all. Everything she'd owned. And fast.
Why the hurry?
If we track her things down, perhaps they'll tell us.
Need to find the key to open this.
You're new. From where have you sprung?
Name's Red McCraith, a banisher, come from across the deep blue sea.
You look a landlubber to me. You should feel right at home. John Rumble.
Are you a married man, John?
Aye, to Abigail. I count myself lucky. Are you married yourself, Mr. McCraith?
Marriage wasn't for us. But I suppose you could have called us man and wife.
No, you could not.
Marriage is a union conceived by men. Men are fallible.
Do I detect a hint of regret?
Regret? Oh, I've no regrets. She's a fine woman, my wife. Finer than likes of me deserves. I'll not say a word against her. Not a word, sir.
What's the word round here?
Look around you. We're barely hanging on. You'll have to be Miller to enjoy the situation.
The merchant?
Aye, the freedman. He's the only one who'll leave Fort Jericho with more than he came with. Some people have all the luck.
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
What about him?
I don't know. Is he a good commander? Do you like him? Does he have secrets, that kind of thing?
If, say, I thought him a blockhead, then I'd not say so. If, say, it was my wife's stupid idea for me to join the train band, I'd not say that neither.
Can you tell me anything about Helen Priest?
A bold woman, clever too. I'll be glad to take her orders.
I'm interested in Sebastian Priest. Do you know him?
I did not, but I know the lieutenant's name. We all do. He died a hero. Call comfort to Helen, no doubt.
May you prosper in good health, John.
He that does good is of God.
Please excuse my husband. He really is as unpleasant as he sounds. And who are you, then?
Red McCraith, ma'am. I'm a banisher.
Are you, indeed? Pleased to meet you, Mr. Banisher. I'm Abigail Rumble. Thanks to you, me and my husband should soon be able to go back to our mountains.
You and your husband prefer an isolated life outside the fort?
I have a roof above my head, my belly is rarely empty, and I live by my beliefs. We suffered for many years. By comparison, this is bliss.
Do you not find it dangerous out here? Just the two of you alone?
I thank you for your concern, but we live how we live, and it makes us quite contented.
Your husband won't mind us talking?
No. Why would he? We are faithful and trustworthy. As, I'm sure, are you.
She doubts your intentions.
No need to worry about me, ma'am. I'm spoken for.
Good. We understand one another. My husband and I are very close. Very close indeed.
Then you have my admiration. Sustaining such closeness takes much tolerance and hard work.
You don't know how good you've got it.
Anything talk-worthy round these parts?
Ferdinando Miller has been the talk of the town lately. He has had much good fortune, and many resent him for it. I like the lad. He's polite, helpful, listens to his customers. He deserves no backbiting.
What's your thoughts on Pennington? A good leader?
He gave John a job. That was good. We hadn't worked since we left the Bly place. He saw John's promise and gave him his chance. I'd say he's a good leader.
Helen Priest seems to get the work done.
The captain trusts her with his life. So do I. John adores her. When the fort was attacked, she proved us right. I like having a strong woman in charge.
These Ferdinando Miller rumours. Care to elaborate?
Oh, well, people say he was involved with a rich woman. That he murdered her for her money. But people say all kinds of preposterous things. Ferdinando Miller wouldn't hurt a fly. Mind you, the lady did die on the way here. I can see why that would make some people wonder.
I'll let you get back to your day, madam.
If you need anything, feel free to ask.
How often, Abigail, must we have this fight? How often must we argue?
We shall argue until you hear me.
I hear you all too well. I hear a hoggish harridan, a narrow nag, a selfish shrew.
One of these days, I shall poison you.
And the day before, I'll take you to the highest cliff and push you off it.
Captain Pennington.
No time, no way out. No hope, no way in. No time at all.
Captain Pennington, sir.
Mr. McWraith, you live.
There's work to be done.
Work? You had work. A mission. To bring one last glimmer of hope. To gladden our hearts before the pit takes us all.
You secretive bastards haven't helped.
The job is done. There's no more hope and little enough time. All that remains is the pit. Welcome to the last stand, McWraith. Welcome to the end.
I wouldn't surrender just yet, Captain. I found Helen Priest. We brought supplies.
A waste of effort on both accounts.
Hardly. We saved a life. Resupplied, you may save more.
For the sake of what? For the sake of days, a week perhaps? You've saved no one. You've prolonged the terror. The dead will come. Our throats will feel their bony fingers soon enough. The end is inevitable.
It is if you will not act. You're the officer, take command. Surely you can't intend to do nothing.
You sound like Priest. She has changed. Her return to Fort Jericho has made her impulsive, irrational, quarrelsome. I believe she did not fully grieve her husband's loss. Returning to the scene has, it seems, reopened the wound. It festers. She'll join the lieutenant soon enough. When our defences crumble at the last, the pit shall take us all.
Fair to say your tactical retreat from New Eden town has not served you.
The town was doomed to fall to the curse. We disagreed on everything. There was nothing left to do but leave. We did not know there'd be no escape. No Smith gathered the board and the governor let the affair flock to him. We never agreed on anything in the first place.
The new Smiths are holed up in the woods, planning soon to leave for Boston.
They may leave for Boston, but the curse will follow. The curse will follow until their backs are against the wall.
As the commanding officer, you must know all the local lumps and bumps.
The lumps and bumps can smooth themselves. I have other priorities.
Why did you come to New Eden, Captain? Why here?
Far from the many wars we fight, you mean? I'd shot enough Frenchmen and more than enough Indians.
Did no one come with you?
Keep to your business, son, not mine.
It's just, there's a portrait hanging on the wall. A family.
I had a wife and daughter once. I'll not entertain you with their story.
Tell me more about yourself and your career.
I did my duty and had the fortune to return alive. That's all. We who are intimate with war tell no tales.
I thought that too. I was wrong. Silence allowed my ghosts to prosper. 'Tis good to tell our stories.
If ever I do tell, I'll not be telling you, son.
How do things stand, Captain, as you see them?
Little has changed. The dead flood from the mines. We shoot them down and gain respite. Soon, the onslaught begins anew. The clock of our extinction ticks on towards the hour. We may no more defeat the dead than we may vanquish the ocean waves.
Folk have little enough hope, and you're leading them further into the darkness.
I've heard the whispers, the murmurs, the plotting from the shadows. We hold till the last. We resist, till retribution rises from the pit and drags us all to hell.
Well, that's something worth waiting for.
I fail to see the appeal of this slow agony.
How unfortunate. Because thanks to you, and the time you bought us, the agony will be all the slower.
Permission to take my leave, Captain.
And if I refuse it?
Are you trying to recruit me, Captain? Do you really think I'd take the King's shilling?
If I were to offer enough shillings, I'm sure of it. I need no new lieutenants. But if you wish, you may stay. This key unlocks the unused watchtower. You'll bill it while you're here.
On the one hand, a captain beaten by the world. On the other, his rival, haunted and mutinous.
In a fort besieged by vengeful spectres.
I know the shit, there's something else. Something darker.
Now, Mr. Peabody, I shall drain the first boil. Ready?
Same sodding question every sodding time. No, I'm not damn well ready.
Excellent. Then we'll begin.
Be careful, goddarn it! Careful! Ah!
I know. I know. Shh.
Oh, there are you. Queen Mary Stuart.
Well, I've met Mary II, and she's a little prettier than I. I'm Red McCreath. I'm a banisher.
The Banisher come to gloat at sick old Cotton Peabody. Well, piss off. There's a sudden stink of death in here, Scotsman, and it ain't from me.
What's the word around here?
No one tattles to me stuck in here. Captain came by once, worried for Andrew White. Seems the old boy screams in his sleep.
There's a lot of it about. White's a gate guard, right? What's his story?
He sees ghosts in his sleep. He's dreaming. Real ghosts come when you're awake.
Tell me about the captain. Speak freely, I'll not get back to him.
Let you get back to him. The captain is the best of us, and I'm proud to serve him. Proud, too, to give him my guidance when he'd call. Not that he calls no more. Suppose he has too much on his plate. Time's precious for the likes of the captain, eh?
Tell me about Helen Priest. I promise it won't get back to her.
Lieutenant's wife. Stood second to the captain herself. Now she's in command. Quite the rise, no?
How's life about the fort?
What do you want to hear? It's cold. We're hungry. Welcome to paradise.
Where did you fight, soldier?
None of your business, Scotsman.
This, comrade, is why no one wants to talk to you.
You know, soldier,
You're a brawler and a rebel, and if you fought at all, I'll wager you lost. I'm a proper soldier, me. Self-made, too. Left the family farm and signed up to fight them Indians. I learned the hard way, in the blood and the snow. Fought under the captain himself, I did. And followed him here and joined the train band.
When did you get sick?
What's it to you? I'm not so sick as I can't give some nosy Scotsman what for.
Aye. When I'm sick, I get surly too. As you were, Mr. Peabody. See you about.
Not like I can go anywhere anyways.
Enough, John. I'll not listen to another moment of your ranting.
'Tis no rant, woman. Pennington's backbone is gone. And we're all suffering.
The captain's a war hero. Have respect.
Respect. Helen Priest sets out into the wilds in search of our salvation while the captain rots in his office. I know to respect.
What do you do, John? Dig latrines? How much respect does that get you?
My apologies. I did not wish to hush you. I just prefer to focus on one patient at a time. Welcome to the infirmary. I'm Nurse Wings. Anne, if it sets you at ease.
I'm a Banisher. Name's McCraith, but you may call me Red.
Red. A pleasure to see a friendly face, or any face at all. What can I do for you?
So, how'd you end up here? What brought you to nursing?
That, sir, is a personal question.
I'm a personable man.
That's not the same thing. I was sick as a child. Very sick. Afterwards, I swore I'd serve others when they were sick. And here I am. What about you?
I was haunted. Someone cared for me. Saved me from my ghosts. Now I do the same.
A fine story.
I'll not bore you with more. Times being as they are, how come you only have the one patient?
Mr. Peabody's illness is unsightly. Fort Jericho has a history of contagion. Folk worry.
What does he have?
Not my place to say. You'll have to ask him yourself.
I must insist. I have work to do here. I'd rather not risk infection myself.
Insist all you like. I'll not say. However, on an entirely unrelated subject, I assure you, you'll not catch the king's evil here.
Scrofula. Cured, some say, by the touch of a king.
Not many kings round here.
No. There's just me and my professional understanding of his condition.
Did you not fear infection?
If I did, I would not show it.
What's the word around here?
I don't see folk much. I stay here, keep to myself.
No visitors? No other patients?
Helen Priest comes when she can. Captain Pennington would sometimes visit Mr. Peabody, but I haven't seen him in a while now.
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
He fought King Philip in the Wampanoag. Led his company well, I'm told. It's not for me to like or dislike him, unpleasant though he may be.
Tell me about Helen Priest.
The bold lieutenant's widow. He's dead some years now, and she's not remarried. She's as much a soldier as her husband was. A fighter. Commanding, too. Even dead, you can see his influence in her bearing.
I think I know how that feels. What about you? How do you feel?
Oh, I'm alive and well. I'll not complain. I can be strong for those less fortunate.
You're a good soul, Nurse Wings.
I do my best, Mr. McCraith. I'm sure you do yours.
Farewell, Nurse Wings.
Farewell, and good health, sir.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? And if me eyes weren't sore before, they are now.
You don't get many visitors, do you?
Aye, and I like it that way.
As you were, Mr. Peabody.
Not like I can...
Could be worse. Could be underground.
Good day to you, John.
McRae.
Thank you.
Lord blessing. Tis no rant, woman. Pennington's backbone is gone, and we're all suffering.
Banisher?
Ferdinando Miller sold you a few things recently, right? May I have a look?
You may, yes. Though I doubt they'd be much use to you. Unless you've got a knack for art. Mr. Miller mostly sold me paintings. You can't miss them, they're the only ones I have.
I must take my leave.
And may God go with you.
Pretty. The work, I mean.
Not our ghost eye, though. Let's try the forge.
A note?
Let's see.
Ferdinando was a slave. She was his owner.
He wants a clean slate. Tabula rasa. We know where to go. The barrack room. A ghost left a fragment of the quill resonates. An echo, perhaps.
I only recognize my name in the list.
Distant family, but I can't disinherit them.
I would never ask you that. To have met you is already more than I ever expected. If I was to lose you, God forbids, I'd cherish all that reminds me of you.
If you were to lose me, all that I own would now be yours.
He claimed not to love her. Why lie?
Maybe he didn't lie. Maybe he pretended to love her.
Let's see what he has to say about it.
Banisher?
Folk talk about you. About your past.
I know what they say. They say I am a murderer. They are wrong. As she lay dying, Rebecca Hardgrave gave me my freedom. Before that, I was her slave.
How very romantic.
If it weren't for the captain, the good people of New Eden would have let me die too.
Rebecca was in love with you. The feeling was not mutual. True?
I was her pet. A dog nuzzling its master, hoping she might loosen its leash. She loved me, she said. I allowed her to think I loved her back. I sat up and begged and let her pet me. I was a very good boy.
You gulled her, then took advantage.
To a slave, a crumb of freedom tastes like a loaf. You'd have done no different. And I do the same again. Enough chitter-chatter. Perhaps you should get back to work. What am I paying you for?
I'm a banisher, Mr. Miller, not a rat catcher. Ghosts were human. They're emotional, full of hopes and fears about the past and the future too. To find out what ties the ghost to the living and end the haunting, I must know the story. You want me to finish the job? Then the story must be told. The ghost must manifest.
I do not like this idea. This idea can shit itself 6 times by sundown.
Come on, break the brooch and let's get it over with.
No choice remains. Let it be done. And I'll be done with it!
You're here at last!
Step no closer!
I don't understand. Are you not glad to see me?
Now, Banisher! End this!
Not now. You need to hear the truth, both of you. That reminds me. Rebecca, you omitted to tell us that Ferdinando was your slave. That you owned him.
I loved him.
I was a slave! I was not free to leave. What kind of love is that?
What are you saying? We loved each other.
Love? No. I told my master what she wanted to hear. I gulled her with a lie. I thought you a fool. But no, you believed me because you wanted to. Yet you didn't believe me, did you? Not entirely. That's why you never freed me.
I loved you, and you loved me. It was but a piece of paper. A piece of paper and... a guarantee. I needed a guarantee.
You don't know what love is. You know only fear. You feared being undesired, being unnoticed, being alone.
True love requires you to let go.
The time to give this love story an ending.
Rebecca Hardgrave, your love for Fadi Miller is sincere but unwanted. You're hurting him. Let him go.
Is it wrong to wish to spend your life with the man you love?
You did spend your life with him. Now your life is over.
He was mine. I wanted to keep him. Was I wrong?
You don't own him. You can't own him.
Let go. Find peace.
Peace? She gets peace? After all she did?
I get peace, but you get your freedom. I was wrong. I'm sorry, Fadi. For everything.
Farewell.
She deserves no peace. She put me through hell. You don't care, Banisher. Just one more mad master in a madder world. What do you want?
You'll forgive me for this, but being a merchant here in New Eden seems a difficult calling.
I can't decide if you keep asking me that because you're judging me, or because you're judging New Eden. I suggest you judge New Eden. I have goods. I have money. Land too, though it's worthless now. I work hard. Why wouldn't I trade? The captain has no problem with it, and neither should you.
Farewell to you.
Don't hurry back.